to start, going to talk about the languages. What is the language? Language is a medium of communication. We use it for expression, for expressing our ideas, our views, our emotions, our feelings, our sorrows. So basically, earlier, since we started as a human being, जब से हम इस जीवन में आते हैं, हम लैंग्वेजेस यूज़ करना शुरू कर देते हैं. दे आर द ह्यूमन लैंग्वेजेस. वी आर supposed to communicate our ideas, our views, our feelings, our sorrows. It's a medium of communication, it's a medium of expression, languages. And today I'm going to talk about computer languages. Now it's very beginning, as I'm going to introduce about the computer languages and their its generation, and then I'm going to talk about its classification. So computer language is a medium of communication with the computer. When we are supposed to communicate with the computer, we have to use some languages. Then हमको instructions देने के लिए computer को, as we know that computer is a machine. Computer simply understands the machine language. So we have to give the instruction, whether in the form of the program or in the form of the software. We have to give the instruction to the computer in the form of computer languages. So it's needed to communicate with the computer, to communicate with the machine. And in the early age, जब इसका start हुआ computer languages के development का, तो in the early age, first the scientists, the computer scientists, they have provided us the low-level languages. This low-level languages was given by the computer scientists, and in that regard, they have given the first language, that was the machine language. The machine language was the language of 0 and 1. In this language, we are supposed to write any instruction and any program. You may say, what is a program? First of all, a program we write in a computer to give some set of instruction, and program is basically nothing but a set of instruction that we give to perform a particular task. We write program to perform a task. We write program. So in the early age of computing, we have started with the machine language. So this was the first language that was given by the computer scientists. In this language, they have used only two symbols, 0 and 1. 0 stands for false, and 1 stands for true. That means only two symbols were allowed to write any instruction or any program to give instruction to perform a particular task. We use only two symbols. We started using only two symbols, that was 0 and 1. 0 stands for false, as I have already told you, and 1 stands for true. But as we are the human beings, and our desire never stops us, and that is why we keep on growing. हम धीरे धीरे आगे की तरफ बढ़ना चाहते हैं, और हमारा जो हमारी इच्छाएं हैं वो और आगे की तरफ जाती हैं. तो हमने फिर कंप्यूटर साइंटिस्ट ने, क्योंकि इसका स्कोप बहुत ही लिमिटेड था. स्कोप ऑफ कंप्यूटर मतलब दिस लैंग्वेज, मशीन लैंग्वेज वाज वेरी लिमिटेड, and we used to perform only a small level of tasks like addition or subtraction of two numbers, or similar kind of small tasks we used to perform using machine language. Then these computer scientists, they have again started working, and they have given another type of language, that was assembly language. This was known as assembly language. In assembly language, they have started using simple word of English. I mean, English के जो words थे, वो छोटे छोटे words को लेके इन्होंने स्टार्ट किया और इन्होंने उन वर्ड्स को यूज़ करके प्रोग्रामर्स ने प्रोग्राम बनाना शुरू किया. ये सिंपल जो वर्ड्स थे, they were like read, input, data, etc. These small words they have started using for writing down the programs. Then again the scope was and these words were called as mnemonics. इनको उन्होंने mnemonics कहा in assembly language. They were called as mnemonics. Then again it's our desire that was not fulfilled. Again the scope was very limited, and we used to write only a small set of programs. Then they have brought another category of computer languages. That was another broad category of computer languages, and this category was known as high level languages. Then in this high level languages, the first type of languages that has come into existence, this was known as POP. POP stands for Procedure Oriented Programming. POP stands for Procedure Oriented Programming. Procedure Oriented Programming. In this programming language, in this category of programming language, Procedure Oriented Programming, and in this category of programming languages, some languages on time to time, as per the need of the different programmers, the computer scientists, they have developed, like for learning basics of the computer programming, they have given another one language that was known as BASIC, Beginners All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. It was known as BASIC, Beginners All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. Then for writing different kinds of driver softwares, they have given like the language that was known as C and C++. Then for calculation, performing calculations for the engineers, for making easy to the engineers, they have provided another language. This was known as Pascal, and another language they have provided us that was known as Fortran. This was known as Formula Translator, and this was basically used by the engineers for calculation of typical formulas. They have provided Formula Translator, and they started writing program in Fortran. Then again, there were some drawbacks that I will discuss to you afterwards. There are some drawbacks in POP, in Procedure Oriented Programming Languages, as it was not very close to the real world. So they have given us another category of the programming languages. This was known as OOP. This OOP stands for Object Oriented Programming. Object Oriented Programming Language. This was known as Object Oriented Programming Language. So this category of programming language, they have developed, the computer scientists, the various computer scientists across the world, they have developed this another second category of high level languages that was known as OOP. So in this programming languages, various languages has come into existence upon time to time. The very popular language that is Java, that has come into existence in this in this category, and it is a very powerful and very capable language for writing program, and for writing program for the real world. Like you can, as the name suggests itself, object-oriented programming language. Like you can write program on any real world object, like using Java or using the Simula, Smalltalk, Python. Like these are the object-oriented programming languages. So you can write any program on the real world entity, like object, like a table, a chair, a car, etc. You can write a program. So this is this category of language, OOP, is very near to the real world, and also the drawback that was there in POP, it has been removed thoroughly, and they have tried the drawbacks of removing the drawbacks of POP from the OOP, and then these languages has come into existence. Among these languages, this Java is a very powerful language and a very popular language nowadays. And now I will talk regarding Java afterwards, but this is what the category and the classification of the computer languages. That's what I was supposed to tell you today. Thanks for watching. Thank you.